Hey guys, this is Spooky from ArmoredTalk.com, your website and blog dedicated to Armored Warfare news and information. This footage is from Armored Warfare's Early Access Round 1, the first test. The second test begins tomorrow as I'm recording this. This is actually the second game footage I have in a Patton, but this one's not necessarily to show off the Patton, but to get a point across about teamwork. Teamwork in Armored Warfare is actually probably more important than it is in World of Tanks or other games. Tanks that go off by themselves end up getting killed quite quickly. But on the flip side of that, if you have tanks working together, they can collapse a flank rather easily. You know, I probably should have been a little bit more aggressive in this game. The lead Scorpion, though, that's doing most of the spotting, and I think he ends up taking first place and reputation earned at the end of the game, just caught me by surprise. You know, normally when you're in public games like this, you don't see somebody who is able to spot quite this well just out of the blue. You know, you can attempt to do this, but sometimes your teammates don't back you up. And I guess looking at this gameplay footage, it does appear that I might be the only one that's really being even halfway aggressive, and I'm being too cautious really for as good of a job as what he is doing spotting. But this is just a heads up to, in your platoons, or if you can in game chat, try to work with your teammates to be able to push a flank.
Identify target. Hostile. Target locked. Target's gone. Ammo up.
You know, at this point in time, realizing that we have killed 3 of their tanks, several are lit, our entire team is able to have a nice line formed. We really should be pushing quite hard. I realize the tanks behind me are in armored fighting vehicles, the circles, so that they can't absorb the damage that I can, but we have a pretty significant advantage over the enemy, and when you have that, you really need to push. Again, I am actually probably being too cautious here as well. We have that same advantage. I'm full health, and I'm sniping. Well, I'm not really sniping, but I'm firing from a fair bit of distance. You know, I probably should have just kept driving down there and shot at them, which I eventually do realize that and do it. This turns into a match where you end up chasing after tanks, hoping that you can get damage. But it's a game that shows that when you have tanks working together, you have an AFV up front spotting, followed by a main battle tank or other tanks, you can collapse a flank rather quickly. And that is one of the keys to winning in Armored Warfare, is working as a team. At this point in time, it's pretty much just a one game, and it's cleanup duty at this point in time. And this is where I would have preferred to have been in a light tank or even a Scorpion at tier 2 to have the speed to be able to chase some of these tanks down. You know, the Patton has a good gun, it has a lot of hit points, it does not have the speed to go chasing after tanks, which, you know, hurts it in a game where it's such a lopsided victory as this one ends up being. You know, I end up having, stat-wise, a halfway decent game in this battle, but I really don't feel like I did a whole bunch. All I did was follow around that Scorpion who was lighting up the targets, and I should have been more aggressive, should have been up there a little bit more. But, you know, it's a win, and I think I actually finished in second place for reputation. If you don't know, reputation is what you earn in battles as experience points to be able to use that currency to unlock, you know, bigger motors, faster top speeds, better ammunition. Kudos goes out to the Scorpion driver that led the way in this battle. It really shows how if you work together as a team, you can collapse a flank even quicker than you can in World of Tanks. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know it didn't cover a lot of detail as far as the tanks go, but this is early access. Tanks will be changing as we go along this summer and into early fall before open beta comes. As we get further along, I may do some actual reviews of tanks, but for now it's just some gameplay videos. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to visit armoredtalk.com for all of your Armored Warfare news and information. Feel free to like this video or subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.com/bspooky. Thanks, guys.